Here are the 3 bags that I brought with me to London for 7 days. So we have, of course, the Guides Edition, which was the thing that I carried the majority of the time. It had all of my photography equipment for all the photography stuff that I was doing, the videography stuff that I was doing at the conference. I had a Founder's Briefcase with my laptop and my handy little thing, my toiletry bag, and my adapter fit in there just fine. And then we have this Western Flyer, which I picked up from somebody a few months ago, and has been pretty much my carry every time I go overseas. This is the thing that I carry. Normally, I don't check 3 bags. That is very unusual for me. But I had to check this bag going there because I was bringing somebody some peanut butter. True story. So let's first talk about what I put in here. So as you can see, I have the ice pick strap on the front of it, and it carried the tripod for me. That worked pretty well, except every time, if I didn't have this tightened on enough, then every time I would walk, it would kind of bounce against it. Let's go ahead and take it off. So remove the ice pick strap, get that out of there, move that to the side, and start talking about what I had in it. This had this bottom pocket here. We'll just start at the bottom. Had this thing here. It's just a regular hard side Amazon case, and this just had some videography equipment in it. I think toiletries ended up going in here on the journey home, although that's not where they started originally. Of course, the spiff kit, which I take with me everywhere pretty much. I think here I had the travel tray and the spare straps. Nothing really special. And then let's just look at what was on the top. So here I had the utility cloth. Didn't have to use it this time. The plane was not too hot. And a wire, I guess, that I don't think I ended up using. Let's take a look at here. Ah, yes. This crazy thing. This thing actually inflates to something that you can put your head down on the plane. I ended up using it on the way there. That made things a little more comfortable for sleeping. And that was all that was in there. This was all the stuff that I had in here. So I had my Mac keyboard, my stand, and a spare wire for my videography, and this is a Magic trackpad. So I had those right there in there. My iPad also went in here, at least it did on the way there. I have my tripods here. These actually have some Gorilla Pods in them and a power strip, which I found is actually a pretty useful thing to carry when you go overseas. And then the rest was just photography equipment. I have my camera on right now, right up there, of course. So the camera that was in here is right up there. Then I had a spare camera here for doing some on-site interviews. I carried a lens in here because I didn't really have anything else. Let's see. This was a microphone, and this was headsets that I use that I really like. So this was all the stuff that was packed within my Synik. I'll weigh it in a minute, but the bottom line is that it was a lot of heavy equipment, I'm not going to lie, especially for the tripod that I ended up not using. But I had to, of course, try the ice pick strap. I'll show you attaching the tripod real quick. The last straps I did not end up using, although I thought about it for carrying the travel stuff sack when I was really desperate to find room. And now the weighing. About 21 pounds, 3 ounces. So a couple of things made carrying all this a lot easier. Of course, we have the edgeless straps, which are super padded and really comfortable. These are really sneaking their way onto all the Tom Bihn bags, and I would expect that to continue as a trend, seems like. And then these padded hip straps. These helped distribute the weight a little bit better. I actually got these with the Synik that I was originally sent to review, but I never ended up using them. But I'm glad I took them with me because they certainly did take off some of the weight. Even if it wasn't an incredible amount, it did help. So let's talk about what I put into the Founder's Briefcase. When I carry this bag, I sure enjoy it. I like the aesthetic. I like the clamshell, which we'll just open that up. Peek at what's inside. So, got handy little thing here. Got all my accessories. It's pretty much the same as the other video, which I will put a link in the description. Bose headphones, never leave home without them. Adapter, and of course, laptop and an iPad in this nice big padded pocket. Super nice. This one is 11 pounds, 10 ounces. This is my Western Flyer. I don't have a lot in this thing. So what I do have in it is the laundry stuff sack, which had socks and underwear in it, and a Aeronaut 30 laundry packing cube. This thing fits right here inside there, and it fits right next to this laundry stuff sack inside of the Western Flyer. I don't know that I will use this again. It just I don't use the laundry part of the cube, although the perfectly square shape next to this thing, maybe I will. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And then there's nothing in here. There's a couple of reasons for that. So when I checked this bag, taking it there, I had 4 things of Trader Joe's peanut butter. Yes, that's what my friend wanted. So I put them in there and I checked this bag. On top of that, I left extra room because I always take home extra stuff. I ended up taking home a sweater, a hoodie from the conference I was at. I also like to put my jacket in there on top of this. So you might be thinking, if you checked this bag going there, but you had 3 bags, how did you come back with just 2 bags without checking a bag? Well, that's easy. Well, actually, it wasn't easy, but it did work. I put the Founder's Briefcase inside of this bag. It's a tight fit, and I do believe I had to do some maneuvering, so I don't think the handy little thing went in there the first time, but it is possible. So it fits in there. It does actually fit in there, and then once I got it on the plane, I would just take the Founder's Briefcase out and put this in the overhead bin. And there you go. A Founder's Briefcase inside of a Western Flyer. Oh, I did end up using this backpack space for a couple of shirts when I was on my way back. About 8 pounds, 15 ounces, so right at 9 pounds. As far as the clothes that I ended up putting in these things, this was 3 long sleeve shirts, 2 short sleeve shirts, a sweater, and 2 button downs. And this had 7 pairs of underwear and 7 pairs of socks, and it was a pretty tight fit. Overall, as usual, I ended up not using all of the clothes. I always overpack and usually wear something twice. Specifically, I have a merino wool thing in here that's designed to be worn multiple times without washing, and I take advantage of that. All in all, having put the Guides edition through its paces, along with these other bags, I was quite happy with it. I certainly was happy with the ice pick strap on the front to hold my tripod, and everything else about the bag just as comfortable and well designed as Synik was, except I also really like the Coyote. That's really nice. So if you have any other questions, I would be happy to answer them, but otherwise, that's it. Thanks a lot.